There's something awkward, unnatural, or perhaps even frankly weird about sitting in front of a phone or a camera and talking to it, and in effect talking to nobody. I feel maybe it's just me and I'm not unlike everybody else, but I've taken a while to get used to this idea that I'm sitting in a room here on my own talking to nobody. But here's the thing, what if that awkwardness, what if that weirdness could be your greatest strength? I used to speak to people a lot in face-to-face meetings, mainly networking meetings, up and down the country. I knew where I was going to get the reactions in the talks that I did, and it was kind of comfortable. Then COVID happened and we couldn't do any more face-to-face meetings, and it all went online. And that changed everything, because that was when people, the people you could talk to in meetings, you could no longer talk to because they were on mute, or sometimes even they'd turn their video off completely. I took that at the beginning to be quite rude, but you know, get over yourself. It took me a while to get used to that, and in some ways I'm still not completely used to that. And when I make the connection some ways here when I'm talking to people and I've got no reaction. But what is, in one way of looking at it, a disadvantage, in another way, it's a great advantage because you have no reactions. It's a way of using your screen, your camera, your phone screen as a portal to the world. Now that sounds a bit kind of woo-woo. But hear me out on this. Imagine just one person you are talking to. Just like in a room, you often just look at one person to talk to, because that way you can talk to the whole room. Just imagine one person that you're sitting down for a cup of coffee or whatever your favourite drink is, and you're engaging in a conversation with them. It may be that person, it may even be that person you see looking back at you at the screen, if you can see yourself looking back at you. But just treat it as a normal one-on-one conversation, and you're basically just shooting the breeze, as they say. So here's what you can do. Next time you sit down to record a video, just sit and visualize for a moment that a person is actually in the room with you. It's even better if you're sitting at a table, because you can set up your camera so the person is looking at you from the other side of the table. Then when you start recording, forget that there's a recording device on and just imagine you're talking to a person. I mean, ideally you could even have an actual person physically in the room with you. Don't think of them as an audience, think of them as a viewer. It's a copywriting thing to talk to one single person, but that applies to any content that you make ever. Try this approach in your next video, and I promise that you will feel quite differently about the way you talk to the audience you are talking to. I'm doing that actually now. I can see that person just behind the camera. If you found this useful and you want to find out a little bit more about telling an authentic story, it starts with creating your origin story, your backstory. I created a video all about that, which you can look at. I created the link in the description. And again, if you found this useful, do the LinkedIn, YouTube thing of liking and subscribing, and I'll see you next time.